Starting off the day strong with some donuts and melon soda before heading off to the airport and, of course, getting some more snacks. Because what better way to fuel up for a short flight than just pure sugar?
Flight 060.
Miyazaki has always been a bucket list trip of mine. I've wanted to go since I picked up surfing. It's always fun to surf in Japan, but I've only surfed in the Shonan area. But my good traveling friend was also in Japan at the same time, so we decided to meet up and make it a surf trip. If you are flying within Japan, flying out of Haneda or Narita, and going to Miyazaki, sit on the right side of the plane and you'll get the most amazing view of Japan as long as it's not cloudy or stormy. Good morning. This is my first official day in Miyazaki. I landed yesterday around 3, almost took the wrong bus, walked to a konbini, got some snacks and dinner, and today I'm meeting up with my friend Erin and we are going to rent a car, rent some surfboards, and go surfing. And yeah, I realized when I woke up this morning I could have watched the sunrise. Like I have a perfect view of it. Could have just woke up a little bit earlier and watched it. Oh well, there's always tomorrow. So I forgot to mention I went to the hotel's onsen yesterday and it was really nice. There were only 2 other people there and yeah, they were in a separate area, so I just had the whole onsen to myself. My body feels very relaxed and loose and ready to surf. Okay. We are at Kaeda, which has that San Onofre type of setup where you could bring your van right up to the ocean. It was pretty tiny, so I didn't bring out my GoPro, but it felt really good to get out in the ocean, catch a few waves, because it was such a nice day. Just got out of the water and it's pretty fun. It was warm, right? It feels pretty warm. First session in Japan done. Off to eat. Why did this happen? I don't know what happened, but this storm came out of absolutely nowhere and went from like 85 and sunny to like maybe low 60s. We were so cold. So we found these Miyazaki nikuman and it was so good. It was like a gyudon flavor. And afterwards, we went back and relaxed a bit and went to go shell hunting around at Kaeda Beach. We wanted to check out the beach and see kind of how the waves were at a different tide. So we walked all up and down and found some pretty fun looking spots. We were pretty inspired watching these surfers catch really fun looking waves, so we sprinted back to the car, got in our bikinis, and paddled out because we wanted to get a couple waves under the moon, and Aaron's mom got us catching a few waves, and it was just such a fun way to end an evening. This was my konbini dinner for the night, some hachimitsu lemon tea and quail eggs. I love these. I could eat these every single day for the rest of my life. Couple onigiri and takoyaki flavored puffs. I was in heaven. No visible sunrise this morning, but I wanted to show you this hotel's dining area where we ate breakfast. The food is amazing. Plus, we could see the beach from here where we surfed, and the surf wasn't looking too good, so we're gonna go explore a different area. Driving through the coast of Nichinan City, we made it to Ibii Beach. This was such a pretty location. Everything looked so tropical and beautiful and secluded, even though the waves are really, really tiny once again. That's the thing about surf trips, is sometimes you get skunked with waves, especially if you're not really chasing swell. And we really wanted to see Miyazaki as the place to explore and not so much just a surf trip. So it was nice to be able to check out different surf spots and know where we wanted to come back to, where to park, things like that. But we really wish there were some better waves. Once again, I didn't take out my GoPro because it was just really, really small. I kind of wish I did though, because the water was incredibly clear. Such a pretty location, and I definitely want to come back someday. Just surfed our second spot here. I forget what it's called, but it was fun. Kind of small and windy, but the water's still super warm, so we just kind of keep on. What's that right here? Okay, so we're going to a different spot, hopefully with a little less wind, but so happy we surfed here. Yay. Driving further south along the coast, we stopped by Shoju, which was supposed to be less windy and kind of ended up being more windy and a bit cold. So we checked it out for a bit, then headed out back north to a really cool shrine. This is Udo Jingu Shrine. It is on the coastal side of Nichinan City. It also has one of the most amazing views from the shrine because it's built right along the ocean's cliff. There's also a lot of rabbit statues around here. I'm not quite sure what they mean, but if you pet the rabbit statue that's inside the cave, it gives you good health and good fortune. The beauty of the shrine is truly beyond words. Pictures and videos simply can't capture its breathtaking views. I highly recommend visiting this shrine if you ever find yourself in Miyazaki. There's also this turtle rock where if you throw these little ceramic stones called undama balls into the center, you'll have amazing luck. Another unique feature about this place is that it has a shrine that's built inside of a cave, and it's actually pretty big. They also had such cute omamori and omikuji, which is like your good luck fortune. I found one where you could fish for your own omikuji, and it was so cute. I had way too much fun doing this. With souvenirs and more snacks in hand, it was time to head off to the next spot. This is Sun Messe in Nichinan, which is the most random but quirky and scenic places I've ever been to. The architecture here is also really different and unique compared to kind of anywhere else in Japan, and some of their art installations are pretty unique too. These statues are the only replicas of the Moai of Easter Island that's allowed anywhere in the world, and they put it in this beautiful location, but it still feels so random, and these also smile. Well, after an obligatory ice cream and saying bye to the statue man, we are off to somewhere new. We found out that there was going to be a pretty big Omatsuri festival at Miyazaki Station, so we headed back, got our things together, and went to the station. What we didn't realize though is that we were going to get these specialty trains to go there, and it was really cool on the inside. Super traditional, not something I'm used to seeing being from the city near Tokyo, but it was really special. Plus, the view from the front was so cool. Being in the countryside really does offer some unique perspectives. After one last look at this special train, we are off to the Miyazaki Jingu Matsuri, or festival. And one of my favorite omatsuri food is yakito morokoshi, or grilled corn on the cob. We ended up getting front row seats to the opening ceremony and got to watch these beautiful traditional dances, and it was a really cool thing to experience. It was a beautiful evening with a spooky moon just in time for Halloween that's coming in a few days. We got to walk around and see all the other things that this festival offered, like this huge okonomiyaki they're making. I've never seen one made that big. I kind of wish I got a bite to eat. This is a taiko drumline. I used to do this when I was growing up in Japan, so this brought back so many memories. The next day, I woke up early enough to watch the sunrise, and it was actually pretty exciting waiting for the sun to pop out. Japan is the land of the rising sun, and maybe that's why it feels so special to wake up and start the day with a beautiful gradient on the horizon. After a hearty breakfast, we were off on another adventure for the day. We heard that there were some wild horses running around this place called Cape Toy, so we had to check it out. But along the way, we did little surf checks here and there because the coastal drive is just that scenic. We knew we were headed in the right direction when we started seeing horses just hanging out on the side of the road. The view from the top was absolutely insane. And there was also a sign that says don't get too close to the horses, they are wild and they will kick you or bite you. And of course, snacks. We got yakidango, which is like a grilled omochi ball, before we headed up to the lighthouse that had an even crazier view. A short distance from the lighthouse, there is a hillside with a lot more horses, so we wanted to go check it out. But on the way there, we got caught in a horse traffic jam, which I never thought I would say. This place seemed like something out of a postcard or a movie. I couldn't believe there's so many horses just wandering around being free to roam, and it was so cool to see. I did want to see one up close, but after making eye contact and hearing a few neighs on the other end of the hill, I realized I was probably getting a little too close and should give them their space. Also, there is no wind blockage at all on this cape at the top of this hill, so I did what anyone would do and I pretended like I was flying. So I found out they have the Pokemon manhole covers here, and I am obsessed with Pokemon, so I had to go find it. What? What? Is it this? Oh my.
Oh my goodness. So much, yes.
Oh my god.
So much.
I am here. Losing my mind. Had to calm down with some sugary snacks before heading back to our home base. We were on our way to this famous onigiri spot, but found these beautiful cosmos along the way, so we had to take a pit stop. At Nico Nico shop, I got the salmon and kombu or seaweed onigiri and found a sweet potato milk drink, and I was so happy with the sweet and savory combination. We're back in the Aoshima area, close to where we're staying, and there's also a shrine that's on an island you can walk to, so we're on our way to check that out. You know you're in the countryside when there's only one car per train. But going the other direction, ours had two? Well, we have quite a journey ahead of us, taking a few trains and a long bus all the way to see Takachiho Shrine, which has this crazy waterfall, so let's get going. was time for lunch, and I've always wanted to try nagashi somen, where the somen noodles come down a bamboo slide. This place also had a really good lunch combo with fish, vegetables, and miso-baked onigiri, which was so savory. But the noodles were actually kind of hard to catch because it was flowing in the opposite direction as my dominant hand. Oh my gosh, this is hard. After lunch, it was back to exploring. We are on our way to Amano Iwato Shrine, which is in a cave, which was presumably opened by this god here, holding the rock. The hike down to the cave was a bit long, but the trail was really mesmerizing, surrounded by nature's beauty. And there was something truly magical about the color of the water here. It was time to make our way back to Miyazaki Station, as there were limited trains back to Aoshima each day where we were staying, and we really didn't want to miss it. The bus ride back to the station was incredibly relaxing and scenic, meandering along the river with these really cool bridges. Before catching the last train home, we made a special stop at the Murasaki sports store in Miyazaki, hoping that they'd carry my products. It's truly a meaningful surprise to see my products in person, knowing how much effort was poured into each piece. Plus, it's enjoyable to meet and connect with the staff who display them beautifully and help sell them. It's just always fun to see them and say hi. On our final day, we decided to unwind with a slow-paced beach day. We stumbled upon a charming little cafe offering a Miyazaki mango slushie, exactly what I was craving that day. Since it was Halloween, they even surprised us with a little treat. Nearby, we discovered this beautiful restaurant with an amazing upper deck, perfect for soaking up the sun before indulging in a good meal. The views from their outdoor seating were straight out of a dream, and I couldn't resist ordering their Basque cheesecake and a refreshing mango soda to savor the stunning vista. For our last taste of Miyazaki mango, we got some amazing crepes. And to keep me energized as I pack up for my journey to Kagoshima, I found some milk tea flavored snacks, and milk tea is one of my favorite flavors in Japan. I'll miss this shoe-free policy hotel, which has been the ideal home base for our Miyazaki surf trip. But now it's time to make my way down to Kagoshima. I'm so happy to have had the chance to explore Miyazaki. Even with the waves being super tiny, it was amazing soaking up the warm, clear ocean water and diving into all that this area had to offer. From wild horses and seaside shrines to breathtaking waterfalls, this trip is one I'll never forget and a place I'm eager to return to. Hopefully with some bigger waves next time. Now it's on to Kagoshima, home to Sakurajima, one of Japan's most active volcanoes. I'll only be there for a few days as it's serving as kind of an extended pit stop between here and my next adventures in Fukuoka. But I plan to see as much as I can and make the most out of every moment. Thank you so much for joining me on this Miyazaki surf ship vlog, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys!